How many of you feel like the adoption of legal technology is going like really well right now? Okay, it's not going. Let's just table set for those of you watching at home, right? Like it's not going great, right? It's not. And I just got back from ILTA a couple weeks ago, which is sort of like I tire of kind of preaching to the choir and high-fiving each other because it's like everyone's like so excited about technology. We're like all into it, but then they go back and they bemoan and groan about how all their lawyers are just incapable of adopting technology, and it's because they're artifacts from like the Paleolithic age and blah blah blah. And then let's have some drinks. I feel like that's not productive, right? There is a gap to where technology is advancing and where people are actually able to adopt it. And I'm passionate about this topic because of my new role as head of product for my business. I got to figure out how to get people to buy our stuff. And so the bridges that bring us to some of these future trends, like some of these future ways, will be, in my view, products that are more uniquely designed, that take cues from intuitive technology from other industries, better training and consciousness inside of law firms and legal professionals, and hopefully smarter lawyers coming out of law school when it comes to technology, although we're just talking about this. I don't know if that's even true. People are doing surveys at law schools and it's horrendous, sort of the technology aptitude that's happening there. So I don't think that we can just assume that the younger generation of Pokemon is going to make it easier to do technology and legal. And then finally, I think the sort of clear and present trend that's going to help us get to some of these future states where we can utilize technology, where we're willing to embrace different models of delivering legal services, is actually the managed service model. Is when you go to a lawyer and you ask them, I can make it easier for you to do it. Oh, that's cool. I'll train you how to do it. Okay, maybe I'll show up. Okay, we'll just do it for you. Okay, now you got my attention, right? Like, that's great. We'll just do it for you. And I think that managed services model, whether it's with a company like Thomson Reuters, or whether it is law firms that are building out some of that capacity through substantial practice services, litigation support, technology that they're investing into, wholly owned subsidiaries that are seeking to find use cases for innovation, whatever it might be, that capacity of someone else stepping into the gap and being like, we're going to execute this on your behalf, we're going to do the vetting, we're going to figure out which technology actually makes sense in practice, and we're going to give you the proofs of concept and the use cases, and we're going to demonstrate that this can actually work. That's, I think, where lawyers feel like, oh, I can meet my ethical obligation to be tech savvy, and I can understand and make the most of the tools that are available to me without me having to become a technologist, because that's not why I went to law school, right? And I think that that's going to be one of the important bridges that's going to help us get to adoption is the managed service model.